Hey there, Dr. Mamina here. Do you know how you should be taking care of your skin for the sunnier days? Well, today I'm excited to share with you some of my favorite derma-proof summer skincare tips and products that will keep your skin protected and glowing. Tip number 1, protect your skin from the sun. We know that this is obvious, but I really want to emphasize this because the UV rays are a little bit more prominent during the summer months. So we know it's extremely important to protect your skin from the sun in the summer, but really make sure that you are protecting your skin every day, whether it's sunny or not. Wear sunscreen daily and reapply, especially if you are going to be spending more time outdoors or if you are spending time near a window. And I have so many favorite sunscreen products, but I'm going to share a few. So for facial sunscreen, I'm going to divide in different categories. So there's drugstore favorites like the La Roche-Posay Antioxidants Ultra Light. There's the non-tinted and the tinted version, the mineral sunscreen, SPF 50. I also like the Cetaphil Sheer Mineral Face Liquid Drops, SPF 50. Ulta MD is a huge favorite amongst derms, and I really like the UV Clear. It goes on really well. There's a non-tinted and the tinted version. That's SPF 46. If you want multi-purpose sunscreens that have other anti-aging ingredients, I would look for sunscreens with DNA repair enzymes, especially for people who deal with a lot of precancers or multiple skin cancers. So some of my favorites with DNA repair enzymes is the Isden Aerofitoin Actinica, the Ultralight Emulgent SPF 50. I'm also a big fan of the Neova Silk Sheer 2.0 sunscreen. And then there's OneSkin, which I think is kind of a new kid on the block in terms of skincare line. It contains their proprietary OS01 peptide. This is the senescence blocking peptide, and they have a wonderful sunscreen, a tinted and a non-tinted version. And if you're a fan of K-Beauty, I'm a big fan of the Beauty of Joe Sun Relief Sun Sunscreen. It does blend really nicely. I think it works well on most skin types. And of course, there's some splurge-worthy sunscreens. So I'm a big fan of the Sun Better. It's the Skin Better Tone Smart SPF 75 sunscreen lotion. Revision, their IntelliShade line. I specifically like the True Physical one. And of course, body sunscreens are really important because the weather's hotter, we're exposing more skin. Coats makes a wonderful face and body mineral sunscreen, the SPF 40. I also really love the La Roche-Posay Antioxidants, the Gentle Lotion Mineral Sunscreen, SPF 50. Neutrogena is definitely known for their sunscreens too. I like their Sheer Zinc Kid Sunscreen. Blue Lizard, also a fan favorite. I like their Baby Mineral Sunscreen, SPF 50. And I also like the Think Baby sunscreens, especially for little ones. I mentioned like the Blue Lizard Baby and like the Neutrogena Kids. I think adults could wear it too. I just like the gentle nature of the ones that are targeted for kids, so I recommend it for adults as well. Tip number 2, wear sun protective clothing. Wearing sun protective clothing can provide an additional layer of defense against UV radiation because we all know that sunscreen is not 100% effective. Also, with sunscreen, you have to constantly reapply, which most people are bad at. So I think having clothing that with UPF material is going to be super helpful, especially if you're going to be spending time outdoors. So yeah, you want to look for that UPF label. It stands for Ultraviolet Protection Factor, and this indicates how effectively the fabric can block UV rays. There's so many brands out there now. I feel like there's more and more coming out every year. You can find them definitely for sure at like sporting goods stores. They're all over Amazon. So, think of things like Columbia and Land's End, but also like J. Crew. I'm a fan of Daze. It's a newer, smaller brand. It's spelled D-A-I-S-E. Coolie Bar has some great products. Uniqlo, which is a Japanese brand, has some great UPF clothing. And then of course, in addition to clothes, you want to think about things like hats, sunglasses. You want to have extra protection to shield your face. Coolie Bar makes good hats. The Bluestone Sun Shield has their famous, it looks like you're like an iron welder kind of face shield. I think they work great. And of course, you recommend sunglasses because you can get skin cancers around the eyes. But if you ask any ophthalmologist, they're huge sunglasses fans. They just see the harms of UV rays on the eyeball. Tip number 3, incorporate antioxidants. Antioxidants play a really big role in protecting our skin from environmental damage caused by UV exposure and pollution. Antioxidants work alongside sunscreen. So vitamin C in particular, it's a powerhouse antioxidant that can help brighten your skin. It can neutralize free radicals. And I recommend incorporating some kind of vitamin C serum into your morning skincare routine before you apply sunscreen. And then for those who have mature skin or who are predisposed to precancers or skin cancers, I talked earlier about DNA repair enzymes. You can have them in your sunscreen, or you can buy a separate serum with DNA repair enzymes that you can apply before your sunscreen. DNA repair enzymes can help repair and protect your DNA against UV damage. Tip number 4, take advantage of the shade. So you want to take advantage of the shade whenever possible. It will help to reduce overall sun exposure and lower the risk of sunburn and skin damage. because even clothing is not 100%. Clothing, hats, sunscreen, and shade isn't even 100% too, because like UVA rays can like reflect off of the surrounding surface, especially if you're around sand. But either way, shade's still gonna be helpful. Tip number 5, you can take certain supplements. So I call these sunscreen in a pill. They don't replace sunscreen by any means, but they can certainly complement the protection from your sunscreen. So you can consider supplementing with something called polypodium leucotomus, which sounds like a Harry Potter spell. It's an extract from a fern plant, and it's shown to enhance your skin's ability to defend against UV radiation. So cool. There are multiple brands actually out now that have polypodium leucotomus containing supplements. The one that I think is most popular is HelioCare, and Isden also has one. This is something I do recommend for people who are at high risk for skin cancers, including melanoma, or for people who are going to be outside for prolonged periods of time, people who burn pretty easily, even with sunscreen and other sun protective measures. All right, tip number 6. Rinse off sweat and chlorine. Okay, so now we're getting into more general skincare during the summer. So after any outdoor activity, or if you're swimming, you want to make sure that you're rinsing off sweat, chlorine, other impurities from your skin to prevent irritation and breakouts. Tip number 7, exfoliate after sun exposure, but not before. So this might sound confusing. You don't have to exfoliate, but if you do exfoliate, I would rather you exfoliate after you have a day in the sun as opposed to right before you go to the beach. If you're following a regular exfoliation routine, I recommend avoiding exfoliating in the morning, like right before sun exposure, because it can make your skin more sensitive. You really just don't want to exfoliate in the morning anyway. I usually reserve exfoliation to be at night. Exfoliation helps remove dead skin cells. It helps with skin cell renewal, but you just want to wait till after that beach trip or after a day outside. Tip number 8, retinoids are still okay to use. So many people are concerned about continuing retinoids like tretinoin or retinol during the summer because it can also potentially make your stratum corneum, which is the top layer of your skin, thinner at times, so it can make your skin potentially more susceptible to UV rays. I do want to make a disclaimer that tretinoin or retinoids in general do not thin your skin, okay? We're just talking about the stratum corneum, which is the top layer where there's like mostly dead skin cells, because it's kind of increasing the renewal process of your skin cells, so that layer can be thinner at times, but in general, retinoids are making your skin thicker. It's actually making your dermis thicker. It's increasing collagen production. It's making the epidermis in general healthier, which is the top overall layer of your skin too. So overall, your skin's becoming thicker and healthier, but because if your stratum corneum is a little bit thinner at times, it can make your skin a little bit more susceptible. So just wanted to clarify that. But during the summer, even if you have that, it's still completely okay to use it as long as you're using proper sun protection. Just be really diligent about your sunscreen, about wearing sun protective clothing whenever you are using retinoids. Tip number 9, avoid tanning beds. So this tip probably sounds really obvious, but sadly there are still people just tanning away in the tanning beds, also just like want to get ready for like their summer vacation and have like a base tan. No. Please avoid tanning beds. Okay, they're going to expose your skin to harmful UV radiation and exponentially increase your risk for skin cancer. I see way more skin cancers than people who were religious tanning bed users. You do not need to get a base tan before you go to the beach, okay? It's just straight up harmful to use a tanning bed. If you want to get a tan quick, then just do like sunless tanning. And there are a few brands out there that I really like. Jergens makes a good one. I've been using that one for a long time for whenever I do want to look tan. Other brands are Isle of Paradise, Saint Tropez, Self-Tan Classic Bronzing Mousse. L'Oreal has their Sublime Bronze Self-Tanning Water Mist. And I think these can really give you that natural tanning look without the harmful effects of UV exposure. And tip number 10, moisturize your skin. So last but not least, don't forget to moisturize your skin regularly, especially in the summer months. But the type of moisturizer you use might change. So I would transition from like heavier creams or ointments to lighter like gel creams or lotions. So some of my favorite summer moisturizers are the Neutrogena Water Cream, the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Gel Cream. Philosophy has a nice Hyaluronic Glow Moisturizer. Laneige has their Water Bank Gel Moisturizer, and La Roche-Posay has their Toleriane Double Repair Matte Facial Moisturizer. That one's good for oily skin. And there you have it, my top 10 summer skincare tips and products to keep your skin healthy, protected, and glowing all season. I hope you found these recommendations helpful in preparing your skin for the summer. Please be safe and enjoy your summer. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about skincare, be sure to download my free gift, my top 5 skincare favorites. And remember to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel to start your holistic wellness journey for your mind, body, and skin. Thanks for watching.